Hi and Assalamualaikum to Madam Ridhawati, Binti Zakaria, our lecturer for talent recruitment and selection. My group members and I will be presenting our last assignment, which is the recruitment and selection process of our chosen company, Bidadarihouse. For an easier guide, the content on this slide is arranged as follows. Starting with the company's background, next is the recruitment process adopted by the company, followed by the company's recruitment and selection weaknesses. The other content is the solution and suggestion, and lastly, the conclusion. Allow me to introduce our team members before we begin our presentation. From the left side, SYAHMADATUL HUMAIRAH binti MOHAMAD SOFI, which is me. Next to me is SYAMILAH binti ZULKEFLE. Next is NURIN DAMIA SYAMIMI binti UDIN. KHALILAH binti ZULKEFLE, and lastly is SYAHMI AFFENDI bin AMIR HUSAIN. Company's background. Bidadarihouse is a company in the retail industry that sells a variety of hijab collections. This company is managed by two founders and is also known as a husband and wife business. The picture in the slides shows the founders of Bidadarihouse. On the right side, Kak Ana, the founder, marketing manager and wife to Mr. Abdullah, and next to her is Mr. Abdullah, her husband, who holds a position as the co-founder and general manager of this company. A short overview of the success of this company is Bidadarihouse started its operation in 2014. At the beginning of the journey, the founders or the couplepreneur, Mr. Abdullah and his wife, Kak Ana, run this small business together, starting by selling at home as a part-time job and gaining side income only. However, the uniqueness of the hijab produced, which is the material used to produce this hijab brand, is made in Turkey, which is known as a country famous for high-quality textiles, has attracted their potential customer day by day, slowly until now, and started to hire some staff to help them with the business. Since 2014, Bidadarihouse has evolved into a location where Muslim women can access lengthy hijabs. Since it was so difficult for women to find lengthy hijabs at that time, Kak Ana dreamed of assisting many of them in improving their ability to wear the hijab. Until now, a lot of people have trusted the Bidadarihouse brand as a maker of long-sleeve hijabs that adhere to Sharia law. The most recent vision and mission of Bidadarihouse were created by adopting the most recent era. The vision is to produce Muslim women who will be prosperous in this life and the next, while the company's mission is to serve as the primary source of guidance and inspiration for Muslim women, particularly in the areas of mental health, appearance, work, family, and financial matters. Bidadarihouse store and office is located at Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Based on what the human resource admin of Bidadarihouse said during the interview session, there are fewer than 20 employees working for this company, which is only 19 employees. There are also two departments divided in this company, which are the management department and the operation department. Under the management department, there are human resource and financial, while the part-time and full-time workers who produce the products brand are under the operation department. To know more detail about how the company employ workers, I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is SYAMILAH binti ZULKEFLE and I will explain about the recruitment process of Bidadarihouse. Every company has their own recruitment process, including Bidadarihouse. Before that, let me explain briefly what is the recruitment process actually is. Recruitment process is a process of identifying the job vacancy, analyzing the job requirement, reviewing application, screening, shortlisting, and selecting the right candidates. Based on the interview with the founders of Bidadarihouse, which is Mr. Abdullah, and human resource staff, which is Mrs. Umi, there are a few processes in order for them to recruit new employees for Bidadarihouse. First, for the process of identifying the job vacancy, the HR team at Bidadarihouse will determine whether there is a job vacancy needed or not, and they will try to consult with the general manager of the company, which is Mr. Abdullah, about the job vacancy. If they need more employees, they will identify what kind of position or department that needs employees. For example, if the marketing team lacks employees, they will make an advertisement for a marketing position. The company will advertise the job vacancy through online and traditional platform. Based on the Mr. Abdullah statement, usually they will advertise the job vacancy depending on the position. For example, if they have a big position like an executive, they will advertise it at Job Street or Mauculture. But for the position like quality check or operation, they will use traditional methods like flyers and spread it through social media like Facebook, Instagram. For the next process is a process of analyzing the job recruitment. The HR team will ask any department team about the job recruitment they need for the new employees. For example, if the job vacancy is a marketing position, the job recruitment list will be diploma or bachelor degree in marketing, can work in a team, have at least 1 year experience in the marketing field. This recruitment list is a guideline for the HR and HOD team whether the job seeker is qualified for the interview section or not. After that, they will review the application and screen whether the job seeker are qualified enough for the position or not so that they can call the candidates for the interview. After the company review the application, they will call the candidates for the interview session. Bidadarihouse company prefer physical interviews in which they can make a judgment about the candidate first appearance, and also they prefer the candidates to look out at the office and the company environment. This situation will make both candidate and interviewers feel satisfied. This interview section will be divided into 2 sections, which is the first interview with HR and HOD team, and the second interview with the founders, which is Mr. Abdullah and Kak Ana. For the first interview, HR and HOD team will select the candidate based on the resume and call candidates for the interview process. If they think the candidates are suitable for the position, they will try to consult with Mr. Abdullah and Mrs. Ana whether the candidates need the second interview or not. If not, they will call the candidates to work. If yes, Mr. Abdullah and Mrs. Ana will conduct the second interview with the HR team. The interview section also include assessment from the HR and HOD for the candidates, but it depends on the position. For example, for a graphic designer position, they will ask the candidates to do a task like make a graphic design and give them 24 hours to complete it. This task is to look whether the candidates can create a graphic design based on what the company want and whether the candidates can work under pressure. After selecting the right candidates for the position, HR team will call the candidates to come to the company to start their first day as an employees. And for the first day, the HR team will explain about the company policies and guidelines to the employees so they can understand the policy and guidelines very well. The company also will send the employees to the training so that they can understand their job scope and can improve their skills. Companies also have their own KPI, which is that all employees at Bidadarihouse need to join formal or informal training once a month, whether through book or article or any training event that the company have approved.
The company weaknesses for Bidadarihouse company, the first one is staff shortage or understaffing. Bidadarihouse company should hire more staff. Growing business like them needs a lot of workers since it deals with customers and to make sure the production smooth. Understaffing can lead to poor quality product. Both product and service quality suffer when fewer employees are available to serve customers and run production lines. Fewer employees must work faster to handle a higher volume of work, and errors increase when quotas are stressed over quality. Employees may be rushed through training or begin working without training to ease the workload. Poor quality over time diminish a company's reputation and drive away customers. Next, it also can increase employee stress. Understaffing makes existing employees responsible for more work and increased workload adds stress to complete work and meet performance expectation. Increased stress lower morale and employee job satisfaction, takes a toll on an employee's mental and physical health, and can increase time needed off work. Turnover rates also increase when overwhelmed workers quit their jobs rather than keep up with increased workloads at the same pay rate. Finally, they can have lost business. An understaffed business misses growth opportunities because it lacks the capacity to meet customer needs. If a business takes on new clients or products and can deliver the goods or services, it can lose the business and damage its reputation in the industry. Secondly, is lack of trading, which can lead to reduced productivity, especially in marketing and graphic design teams. Poorly trained employees are likely to feel undervalued, which will reduce the workplace productivity, loyalty, and engagement. Employees will make the same careless mistakes and performing poorly. Next, unsafe work environments, which needs to take seriously to ensure that the employees with adequate health and safety training. If not, the company may face legal repercussions and increase in workplace accidents, decreased staff morale, and increased absence. Finally, their employees will feel unhappy and unsatisfied. If the employees are feeling unhappy and undervalued, the chances of them searching elsewhere for progression and development opportunities will increase. Thirdly, diversifying in recruiting and selection process. Instead of resume screening and interview session, Bidadarihouse company can try other methods for recruitment and selection, such as assessment tests, reference checks, and etc. From it, the company can get the benefits of diversifying. It can grow talent pool. Organizations that embrace diversifying hiring benefit from a larger talent pool that who don't. Their vacancies will gain interest from a wider range of candidates because more people can relate to them with different backgrounds. Next, it can improve innovation and creativity. The combination of different experiences, working styles, and cultural backgrounds spark new ideas and collaboration. Lastly, it increases workforce range of skills, talents, and experiences. When recruitment and selection is chosen using various methods, company will get various of skills, talents, ideas, and experience from the candidates that brings a benefit to the company. That's all from me. Thank you.
Not all companies are perfect in terms of recruiting and selecting their future employees. This is because nowadays, Recruiting can be very challenging for some companies because it requires some budgets and the skills of their hiring teams. In the case of Bidadarihouse company, it has shortage of staff and some of their employees, especially in marketing and graphic designer teams, are found to be lack of their particular skill. Therefore, how can this company improve their weaknesses? First thing first, the solution that can be made by this company is that this company can train their hiring teams. This is because there is a possibility that their hiring teams are biased and need to develop their skills. So the question is how to train them. Here, this company can directly conduct mock interview sessions. Here, mock interview means an interviewing practice between recruiters and candidates together with the professional career counselor. Basically, during mock interview, the candidates will be assisted to answer the hardest questions by recruiters in order to prepare for the real one. From this, both recruiters and interviewers can develop their non-verbal skills in terms of gesture, body movement, and face expression. Other than that, this company can diversify their recruiting strategies. This is because, due to shortage staff, this company should think outside of the box in order to attract more potential outstanding candidates for their future employees. Here, there are two strategies that can be made to diversify the recruiting strategies. The first one is through LinkedIn application. So this company has its official page on LinkedIn. They need to promote and post more about their company and the jobs available. The second one is attending any job expo and host recruiting events. By doing this, the company can give their information to the potential employees. Meanwhile, for those who seek the job may speak face-to-face with their potential employees. From this, it can overcome the issue of shortage staff that occur within this company. The next solution is that this company should send their employees who need to enhance their skill to the training program. Here, the issue is that the performance of marketing teams and graphic designer teams did not meet their standard, and the outcome of the performance was very vague. In order to solve this issue, this company should send their low performance employees in marketing teams and graphic designer teams to their specific training program so that they can polish their skills based on their job scopes to contribute more to the companies.
Hi. Alright, so to focus on other aspects of running your business, you need a staff you can trust to complete the task at hand. Many major corporations management will admit it is challenging to locate talented, dependable employees. Spend the effort necessary to create a hiring procedure that actively seeks out candidates with the necessary abilities and passion. Not only does a strong hiring process locate exceptional workers, but also helps you to avoid spending time and money on hiring and training fresh staff members. So here are the importance of effectiveness recruitment and selection process. So the firstly is save training time and money with proper selection. To decide if someone is qualified for the position, run them through a structured series of questionnaires and even skills tests. The knowledge that you through a fair hiring procedures give you more confidence. Maintaining low turnover is crucial since it can prevent downtime from adversely affecting your company's earnings if you run out of employees. You will save time and money on hiring new employees and investing in their training if you don't need to replace existing employees on a regular basis. This can be reduced by taking the time to make the right decision for the first time. Alright, so the next is reduce potential legal consequence. If an applicant believes there was any form of discrimination that contributed to their not receiving the job, they may sue the employer for prejudice. Employers are not permitted to discriminate based on disability, age, gender, or any other category. No one received preferential treatment because all candidates took the identical skills exam. To avoid any misunderstandings, it's crucial to keep interview questions professional and avoid asking personal inquiries. And lastly is finding quality candidates. The first step is to create a job description and advertise in locations where you know you can get the candidates with the appropriate set of abilities. It's critical to determine the responsibilities the hire must do and if you have the resources to teach them. In fact, if a company offers advantages like health or retirement plans, many capable workers will prefer to work for them even if the compensation is slightly lower. For your information, on 29 December 2022, which is Thursday at 3 p.m., we have then conducted an online interview session by using Zoom platform with Encik Abdullah bin Kamruzaman, who is co-founder and general manager of Bidadarihouse, and together with us is Puan Umi Zulkefle as a human resource administration. To conclude the online interview session that our group have been recorded, Bidadarihouse company needs to expand its workforce since demand for workers is high in the expanding industry. When there are fewer staff available to assist clients, the quality of the goods and services suffers. And employees' mental and physical health suffers because of increased stress since it affects morale and work satisfaction. Besides that, Bidadarihouse must really consider how important it is to provide staff with sufficient health and safety training. Employees with lack of skill may feel unappreciated, which may lower their productivity, loyalty, and engagement at work. If they don't, they can have negative legal consequences, more workplace accidents, and low morale among their employees. Last but not least, technology is used by businesses for everything from inventory management to consumer interaction. Older computers and other out-of-date equipment may be slowing down your company. Hard drives and fans are internal components that steadily degrade and cause performance problems. You will notice improved computer performance as a result, which will accelerate in administrative activities. Finally, we want to express gratitude to Encik Abdullah and Puan Umi because they were willing to be interviewed by our group for the assignment purpose, HRM554. Even though Puan Umi's internet connection is not so good at that time, but she still tried her best to answer our questions. So that's all from our group. Thank you.
Selamat petang. So nama saya Abdullah bin Kamrul Zaman dan saya adalah co-founder Bidadarihouse bersama dengan Kak Ana. So kami dah orang kata jalankan bisnes ni sejak tahun 2014.
Berapa ramai staff atau pekerja yang sekarang ni bekerja dekat syarikat Bidadarihouse dan juga biasanya apa tugasan yang diberikan kepada pekerja-pekerja dekat Bidadarihouse ni?
Yang berikutnya, dalam sesi temu duga untuk jawatan yang memerlukan skill atau kemahiran, contohnya adakah calon akan menjalani ujian atau ada assessment method yang digunakan untuk menguji skill mereka.
Diorang akan panggil interview. So di mata diorang yang mana yang best candidate, let's say they have 2 candidates atau 3 candidates yang diorang rasa sesuai untuk position tu, dia akan bawa kepada saya dan juga ataupun kepada Kak Ana lah kalau bahagian marketing.